Chef Terrance Brennan was born to cook. His parents were restaurateurs in Virginia, and by high school, his future was set. He worked in some of Europe's finest kitchens, developing a style inspired by the Mediterranean's cuisine of the sun.
His first restaurant, Picholine, here in New York, opened in 1993, where he is chef owner. It won 2 coveted Michelin stars and 3 stars from the New York Times. After almost 35 years in the business, he's become one of America's most renowned chefs and restaurateurs. He's also president of the Brennan Group Hospitality. Chef Terrance Brennan, welcome to The Dish.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Tell us a little bit about this extraordinary spread.
Okay, it's summer, so we have summer on the table. We're going to start with a cocktail. So we have a gin fizz, a Blackberry Gin Fizz with basil.
This is really handsome.
So let's give a little cheers here.
Cheers.
So
excellent.
I love this.
Bring on the summer. Okay. Then it's the beginning of lobster season. So we're going to grill lobster and then serve it with rhubarbs and season. So it's very, I cook very seasonally. So it's rhubarb, vinaigrette, and chanterelles. To go along with that, we have Canary Island potatoes, which are referred to as wrinkled potatoes, are cooked in seawater.
Wow.
And so they've got this lovely salt dust on them from the seawater. And then to stay with kind of the Spanish theme with the vegetables, I did a grilled corn with manchego and smoked paprika, kind of like the Mexican corn. You do the mayonnaise on it, and then smoked paprika and manchego cheese. And then for dessert, I missed a salad here. Watermelon salad with goat cheese feta and tapenade vinaigrette.
Looks so good.
Wow.
And then we have for dessert a pavlova, which is kind of a meringue with summer berries.
You mentioned cheese. You're famous for your love of cheese and for basically single-handedly bringing to New York City the European cheese plate. Why are you so passionate about cheese? You
know, it wasn't a planned thing. When I worked and lived in France, that's where I was exposed to artisanal cheeses, and even at family meal in the kitchens, they always serve cheese. And then when I go to friends' homes in the countryside, cheese was always part of the meal. And so then that's where I really got to understand cheese and appreciate it. And then I just developed a passion, and then some people say an obsession.
It's interesting to me because you started, well, really, your parents had a restaurant. So
yes.
Your love of food, you were like born into food.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. But I mean, at the beginning, you had other ideas, but you came back to it.
Right. I mean, we had a pizzeria sub shop, like a casual restaurant. But what happened there when I was 12, 13, 14, I worked in the restaurant, was more not about the fine cuisine, because it was pizza and subs. Even though today pizza and subs are hot. It was about the atmosphere. I was in the kitchen with my dad all day and night, and he'd be singing and whistling and making songs up about the pizza oven. So that's kind of where I kind of fell in love with the kitchen, because it just seemed free and it was a happy place.
And you got to be with your dad.
Yes. And then from there, during high school, I started to work in a professional kitchen, and then realized that, wow, this is what I really want to do.
Right.
You worked at the famed Le Cirque restaurant in New York City for some time, and you have called it a haute cuisine boot camp. What did you mean by that?
Where did you get that? What I mean by that is that it was a top-rated restaurant, but it was so busy, and every single night we were in the weeds. There's a different term for that, but I can't say it on TV. And we were just swimming every night and just busy. It doesn't matter if it was Monday or Saturday night. And it was just like, whoa. And it's just, every night you got slammed, the chefs are yelling, and it's just like, but you still saw the best of ingredients, the best white truffles, the porcini mushrooms. And so that's what I mean by the boot camp, because it was, you had to survive. They would spit you out and if you didn't.
I mean, you had every kind of training, though, because your first job was at a hotel where you just had to get it out, right?
Yes, right. I really focus on that because we really don't have an apprenticeship program like they do in Europe. So I made sure wherever I worked, because I didn't go to school, that I made sure I worked in every station in the kitchen, garmager, pastry, butchering, and whatnot. That's why I went to Europe, to what I call finishing school, and worked in the Michelin-starred restaurants. All
right, Chef, part of our tradition here, if you could share this meal with anyone, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, it would have to be my kids and family, because this is like kind of grilling out in the backyard or something, and so it would be my kids and family.
Great. We'll have you sign this dish here.
Great.
Chef Terrance Brennan, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And for more on Chef Brennan and the dish, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.